Oh, this is me, Zut the Avenger, with another exciting, action-packed, wacky, wild, amazing, cool, rad, awesome episode of Video Games and More. Yay. And we're back with a new episode. Today's show I'm gonna share some new news in the video game industry that you might not be aware of.
Right.
And show you some tips for Shadowrun for Super NES. It's an old game, came out like many years ago, but it's a classic. It's a really good game, and it fills up time on the show, right?
Right.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Well, anyway, let's show the people how we can contact the show, Mark.
Okay, get ready on audio.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't done the show in a while because, I tell you, at first I started out with a horrible virus, and then it escalated into a nasty case of bronchitis. And that sucks, so. Anyway, here is my P.O. Box. Video Games and More, P.O. Box 212, Tucson, Arizona, 85702-0212. Or check out my webpage at http://azstarnet.com/tilde-zot, or email me, zot@azstarnet.com. And I've sort of been wanting to update the webpage and put some facts on there and some, some clips from the show, but I got real limited space on my service provider, so I don't know. I've been trying to think up ways to update the webpage, but this hasn't been working that well.
Well, maybe a viewer will write in and check out the site here and
Make some
suggest
comments.
something.
Suggestions, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got to turn your audio up just a little bit. You sound a little tiny.
Alright, well, anyway, let's get to the video game news that you might not be aware of. So there's some interesting tidbits right here. Virtua Fighter for the N64 and PlayStation? It just might happen. Sega has made it clear that conversations of Sega arcade titles for other console platforms are not out of the question. At a recent Japanese press conference, Bandai and Sega bigwigs made it abundantly clear that PlayStation and Nintendo 64 conversions were definitely something Sega would look at in an attempt to expand its publishing horizons. While it is still largely speculation at this point, the Japanese press have seized the story by the throat, citing Sega Saturn's related troubles as reason enough to publish on rival platforms, at least until a new Sega console emerges. Right now the Saturn's not doing all that well. Sega's trying to think, what can we do to, have us have a bigger portion of the market, video games. I know, let's sell our games to other game platforms and systems. So, what the heck?
Go foreign with it?
Huh?
We're going to go foreign?
Possibly. Everything starts out over in Japan,
In Japan, yeah.
Everything, comes over here eventually, and they've been discussing it over there that there might be conversions, of the game to other platforms. Anyway, check this out. What? A Capcom DD game? Right now, Capcom is planning to make Street Fighter 3 for the Nintendo bulky drive next year, right? And now, for those of you that don't know, I don't know who on earth that could be, but the bulky drive is Nintendo's answer to the CD-ROM. It's a large storage unit based on magnetic optical technology, right? And, it can save a whole lot of data. I mean, more than a cartridge, but not quite as much as a CD. But the bonus is it's faster than a CD. So, that's, But anyway, according to insiders at Capcom, Street Fighter 3 is being re-dyed for the Nintendo 64 DD release. But don't expect to see this brawler or any other DD game until next year when the DD is released here in the US. Nintendo is rumored to be making a surprise launch of the DD with an abundance of titles already in development. The Nintendo 64 DD Developers Kits are already in third company parties' hands, so hopefully 1 year will be enough time for companies to turn out some good products. And the sources at Capcom have stated off the record that the Nintendo 64 DD is released this year. That if it is released this year, Street Fighter 3 theoretically could be finished before Christmas. That'll be pretty cool. There's all sorts of great games coming out right before Christmas, and heck, there's some good ones coming out right now. I think Doom is going to be coming out this month, or April, should be out very soon. And Star Fox, I'll get into that later in the show, but my goodness, I have seen some screenshots for Star Fox. It looks totally amazingly cool. I mean, I was a big fan of it in the Super Nintendo version. Remember, a few years back, there was a contest at the Tucson Mall for the game, and I came in pretty good. You know, I think it was second place or something. But I've always been a big fan of Star Fox, and it looks like it's going to be really cool for the 64. In fact, this summer's next mega hit for Nintendo 64 game is Star Fox 64. It's getting closer to completion in Nintendo's R&D labs. One of the most important aspects of Star Fox 64 that you can't see in the screenshots is the enhanced use of voice samples in the game. In the Japanese version, there are over 600 sound patterns that have been sampled from professional voice actors. The English version will have a similar number of voice samples, with about 20 different characters, each having their own distinctive voice, to match the text that is on the screen. The use of voice samples makes it feel like the characters are really having a conversation, depending on what is happening on the screen. So, the voice samples are understandable, and there is a matching voice sample for virtually every message. So, sounds very cool. Star Fox 64 will also expand on the Star Fox story by introducing new characters such as Fox McCloud's old friend Bill and the rival mercenary team called Starwolf. One of the members of this notorious team is a traitor who betrayed Fox McCloud's father and left him to die in deep space. So the storyline, you know, gets to unravel some more in the new Star Fox game. Looks totally cool. Star Fox 64 is the first game to use the Rumble Pack accessory.
The Rumble Pack?
The Rumble Pack for the Nintendo 64 controller. The shock waves from explosions, G-forces, and acceleration and hits from enemy projectiles will trigger a startling buzz from the Rumble Pack equipped controller. So current plans are to pack in the Rumble Pack with the Game Pack. Although the Rumble Pack's vibrating effect is fairly subtle, it adds to the feeling of immersion in the game. So, and also helps you determine when you are being hit by enemy fire.
Enemy fire.
And it's a totally unique experience that you have to feel to appreciate.
Oh, yeah.
I guess
Right.
so. So, we've got new information and screenshots. Well, there are going to be 3 sections of the game. You got, what's this, Corneria, Sector X, and Titania. So, in each of these missions, you know, it's sort of like the super version. It's going to be a very cool title, and I can hardly wait for Star Fox to come out. It's going to be a very cool shoot-'em-up space game that I think that's going to kick butt. So, anyway, now check this out. Here's some news from the video game industry that, you know, you don't always get to hear about. This is the dirty, underhanded, grimy, dirty, stinky, like, bad part of the video game industry. Check this out. Word in Hollywood has it that Bruce Willis was approached to endorse the Die Hard trilogy with his voice and image. For those of you that don't know, the Die Hard trilogy is, you know, for Saturn and PlayStation. Really cool game, you know, it has lots of nice stuff. And, well, anyway, the slap-headed actor hero demanded 50% of profits as well as an actor's fee.
Whoa.
The clever people at Fox Interactive realized that the awesome game would succeed with or without his face and said no. Bruce has since gone to sign up with Activision to appear in a game called Apocalypse. Apparently his prima donna antics have infuriating the good people at Activision too. So I guess Bruce Willis is, you know, a real, you know, jerk. You know? Prima donna, like they say, yeah. And incidentally, the same image problems apply to almost all Arnold Schwarzenegger's movie game conversions, with generic flat-top sprites appearing instead of his likeliness.
Were they all prima donnas or something?
I guess. Well, here's, you know, Dennis Hopper did something pretty cool. Check this out. And yet more Hollywood-related mirth. Dennis Hopper, the famous Hollywood psycho, has recently appeared in Hell with Grace Jones and Stephanie Seymour. Now, Hell, the cyberpunk thriller, is a cool full-motion video game, you know, based in the future in, like, 2091. Pretty cool game. The full-motion cyber horror fantasy adventure featured a pretty incredible cast, and many wondered how on earth Dennis Hopper had been convinced to appear. Well, the story goes that he asked his agent if he should do it, and the agent said absolutely not, and that apparently was reason enough for bonkers Mad Hopper to be in the game. So. Pretty cool, eh?
Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool.
And here's another tidbit right here. Concerned parents all over America spent a lot of time and effort trying to ban games like Night Trap and Mortal Kombat for their violent content, you know? Well, imagine their horror if they had been confronted with Toilet Kids, the most disgusting video game ever made. It was programmed in Japan by PC Engine and featured the antics of a small boy who finds himself trapped in Toilet World. The opening animation shows him sitting on the John, only to be sucked around the U-bend by mysterious scatological forces. The game itself was a shoot-'em-up in a Tiger Healy mold, only instead of blowing up enemy aircraft, you had to blast poop, fart clouds, and pee-pee monsters. Strangely enough, the game was never picked up by NEC for release on the US TurboGrafx machine.
Hey.
I wonder why.
Speaking of toilets, oh, I'm sorry, you done?
Yeah.
Okay, speaking of toilets, I saw on TV today a commercial for a doll that comes with a toilet, and if you squeeze it, it pees.
Yeah, that looks like fun. I gotta get one of those.
Right.
You know, that's what I've always wanted. You know. It looks like fun. But anyway, here's some info about what Atari does when they overproduce too many games for the 2600 machine. When Atari was first having its troubles with the 2600 machine, they over-manufactured several games, including Outlaw and E.T. In order to write them off against tax, they had to be taken into the Californian desert and buried. They are still there to this day, and as absurd as this practice sounds, it happens a lot more than you might think. Incidentally, E.T. had to be buried because Atari had actually manufactured more carts than there were consoles. So that's a little peculiar. You know. But anyway, and here's my last news tidbit, and then we'll get into some Shadowrun tips that might help. Here's a cool new Nintendo 64 game coming out. DMA Design, the fellows responsible for Lemmings and more recently Uniracer, have been hard at work on a couple of Nintendo 64 games for quite some time. One of them, Body Harvest, has already been covered extensively, you know, well, in other places, but in Silicon Valley is looking more impressive. Set in a donut-shaped satellite called Silicon Valley, it tells it the story of a robot sent to investigate weird goings-on. It appears that nanobots designed to service the space station have used their evolutionary abilities to turn themselves into all kinds of marauding and often insane creatures like polar bears or tank tracks, for example. The ambitious project crosses genres that include race game, various shooting sections, and plenty of platform action. DMA is adding a feature found previously in an old Commodore 64 game called Paradroid, the ability to take over another robot and use its body and skills to your own advantage. So, and that's video game news for today. So let's get into the tape, Mark.
Okay, hang on just a
But anyway, that sounds like a very cool game, that robot game, because, I don't know, it sounds like a 3D version of Paradroid, kinda, you know? And Paradroid's a pretty slick little game. So, just about ready there, Mark?
I
This
think
really...
so.
Huh? Well, anyway, this right here is about 20 minutes or so of how to get through the first part of Shadowrun. 2050. In the megaplexes, monsters casting long shadows. You become Shadowrun. That's where you live. In the cracks between the giant corporate structures. The megacorps are powerful. Blah, blah, blah. The megacorps suck. You're a Shadowrunner. It's time to kick some butt. This right here is what Seattle looks like in 2050s. Looks a lot like Blade Runner, doesn't it? The opening scene of Blade Runner, I think. All the flames shooting up in the air. Well, anyway. Check this out.
So what's happening now?
This is just the opening, but this is a classic game. It came out a long time ago, and it's a pretty good title, and I feel I should cover it, you know. If you've never played it before, I suggest you do, and that's that. So. This right here is the opening sequence of the game where they show what happened to you. Anyway, you got brain burnt, man. A gang picked you up, kicked your butt, fried your brain. Everybody thinks you're dead. But, well, you're not. You're just brain burnt, so. Anyway, walk around this room, check out the slab, and examine it. and a bit of paper falls out of the slab. Examine that, and it says warehouse number 5. So, anyway, that will come in handy, believe it or not. And now check out the scalpel, pick that up. And open the fridge door and pick up a slap patch. Now, slap patches are cool because they help you out, you know, and heal you when you're in need. Now, did you see that right there where I scared the morgue people? They thought I was a ghoul. They thought I was a ghoul.
A ghoul?
Ghouls exist in the future. People die and come back to life as zombie ghouls. So anyway, let's talk to this punk kid right here. Well, you can't be alive. I saw you getting geeked by some hitman. Yeah, you're crazy showing your face. You better get a firearm. Yeah, I gotta get away from you, man. I'm gonna get killed. Ah! So anyway, follow this guy down a dark alley, and he's gonna get attacked by a big bad orc hitman. So, but he really isn't that bad. In fact, this hitman sucks. He's a wussy. But at the moment, you don't have a firearm. So run over to the dead corpse, pick up the firearm, and now select weapon, and use your newfound firearm. So anyway, now shoot the orc, and he's pretty easy to kill. Just stand there and shoot him. Now go examine the orc's body, and you'll find a leather jacket. In fact, a worn leather jacket. So pick that up and put it on. That's your new armor. So, yep, it's armor. Just use it. Okay, be happy. Now, go up this dark, dank alley and see those eyes at the top of the screen? Good doggy. Tread carefully, whelp. You have much to overcome. Dog controls your destiny. Blah, blah. So anyway, I guess that means you're a dog shaman. So, you know, it's pretty cool. It unravels more in the story as you go in the game. So, and I'll be showing some more in the next 2 weeks. And you got these wacky hitmen all over the place, shooting out of peepholes, trying to kill you. That sucks. But anyway, now open up this broken gate and check it out. There's a doggy inside. Here, doggy, doggy. You can try and shoot the dog, but he won't die. He just causes a bunch of trouble and then runs away. So, pick up the dog collar, and now we're gonna head to a apartment room where there's a dead body. Ah! Dead body. Anyway, there's some info in there. There's a piece of scrap paper you can pick up. There's the important thing, the key to your apartment. So, that's an important thing. Right in this open door. Check it out. Seems familiar. There's a key in his pocket. You can't talk to him because he's dead. So, pick up the door key. He's badly injured. Okay, there's a memo. Talks about a matrix run and 70-30 split. Just pick up all this stuff, okay? Just whenever you see something you can pick up, you know, just you know, take it, you know? It doesn't hurt having it in your inventory, it just makes it a mess. So anyway, look out for the bad people shooting at you right now, because they will, you know, hurt you. So anyway, run back to your place, and there's some stuff back here. So use the door key on the door, and there's some sunglasses in there, and you got a vid phone in there. Check it out. Run over to the vid phone and examine. Ah, there's a recorded message. Cancel your run, Jake.
Hey, JJ, you doing an hour?
Nope. Not quite an hour. Probably about 45 minutes. But anyway, that's talking about the canceled run right there. So, and Drake is in fact, well, I don't know if I should write this for you, but he's a big dragon. And he's a mean fellow. So, anyway, found some money in the... There's a phone number on the rip note. Pick up all this stuff. You're gonna need it all. So, there's some sunglasses over there. Check it out. You can pick up the sunglasses and put them on.
Are they special sunglasses or what?
No, they just make you look cool.
Oh, wow.
Check it out. Now you got on sunglasses. Pretty slick, eh? Anyway, you can go to bed and rest. This restores all of your lost energy. So you can save here and use karma. Karma is what improves your basic attributes, like, you know, how many hits it takes to kill you, how good your aim is when you're firing a gun, you know, just how good your skills are. And the more you do in the game, the more karma you get. So, anyway, now let's go around the funky streets of Seattle. Check it out. You can talk to busy people, but they're really rude. Take a hike, bub. I got nothing for you. You can usually talk to them, but, you know, they're stupid. So, that's when you can kill them. Kill the innocent person. But, unfortunately, you have nothing to gain. Unlike the Genesis version, you can kill people pretty much and, well, get stuff like money. Anyway, let's go in here. This right here is Mr. Glutman's office. Oh, not here. Yeah. Right up here is Mr. Glutman's office. And up there, as you can see, is a cyber deck. So pick that up. And right now, watch this. This is gonna show you that our data jack is screwed up in our head. Check it out. Error analysis. Data jack malfunction. I wonder why the data jack is malfunctioning. Could it be that you have a cortex bomb in your head? Could that be? Yes, my friends, it's a cortex bomb. But anyway, pick up the paperweight right there. I don't know what good it is, but pick it up anyway.
Just grab it, just take it.
Yeah, just take everything. But anyway, you do have a cortex bomb in your head, and the only way you can fix it is to go to a street dock later in the game and, well, I'll show you that. But anyway, we're in the Grim Reaper Club. This is a cool place. Talk to the club manager. I haven't seen you in a while. One-Eye Steve coming right up, buddy. You look pale. If you haven't got one already, so... Shadowrunners. See, we just learned a new word. The secret word of the day is Shadowrunners. Can you say that, boys and girls?
Shadowrunners.
Exactly. So anyway, you can talk to this street dock dude right here. And he teaches us some new words, you know. That's the thing. When you're first starting out, there's a lot of new words you gotta learn. So... And now the bartender is back with your iced tea. You can talk to this guy, ask about some more questions, and you learn some more words, deckers, and hiring when you ask about Shadowrunners. Or data jack. So now we got a whole bunch of words that we learned just by going into this club. Ain't that handy?
Yeah, handy.
Anyway, so pick up the iced tea and run over to this tired club patron and give him the iced tea. Cheers, chummer. My favorite too. I almost had the tickets in my hand. No! Tickets to the Maria Mercurial concert. I even gave Grinder the money, so... Anyway, this guy's talking about tickets to go to a Maria Mercurial concert, and that's where you meet some important people. So it's important to get those tickets, but they're back at the morgue. The only way you can get into the morgue and look at your files is if you have your shades on, and if you buy a police badge, a Lone Star badge. So, anyway, there's a car. Ain't that cool? Too bad you can't get cars in the game and drive them, but anyway. So right here, there's a business dude, right there. See right there in that door? And here's the businessman. And you can talk to him. Ask him about all this stuff. Lone Star. So anyway, we just bought a Lone Star badge. So that means now we can go to the morgue and, well, talk to the guy and look at our files. Yep. So anyway, let's see, where's the Lone Star badge? Here it is, use it. Just tack that on my pocket. And now we're heading up the street, right up here back to the morgue.
Back to the morgue.
Where they got all the dead people, you know.
Dude, dead people, man.
Dead people! Shoot it! Shoot it! Anyway, talk to the dude right here. Ask him about Grinder.
About what?
Grinder. So anyway, and he goes and looks up the files, and he says that he's too busy. So, anyway, we get to look at the files ourselves and steal stuff. Universal cred stick! Woohoo! You know what you can do with a cred stick, don't you?
Buy things.
You can make phone calls.
Oh,
Hey, check
okay.
it out. It's Grinder's file and the tickets to the Maria Mercurial concert. Ain't that handy? Ain't that handy? Yeah, so anyway, now it's time to head on over to the graveyard. I believe we're going to the graveyard right now. Don't know. Uh-oh, they're firing at us again. But anyway, I will be covering more of this game in 2 weeks. And, well, showing you how to pretty much beat it, hopefully. I mean, Shadowrun's a really great game. So I suggest that you play it if you haven't already. And check it out, now we're in the morgue, and there's a whole bunch of ghouls chasing after us. Ah! Zombies! Kill the ghoul.
Kill the ghoul.
Now, there's one way to get into the crypt doors, okay? There's only one way, and that's if you have the scalpel.
Scalpel? Is that like a key?
Scalpel, sponge, nurse! I got a ghoul chasing my butt! Anyway, check this out. See that poor guy lying over there in the corner?
Yeah?
That shaman?
Yeah?
He's in great pain, and he cannot speak.
speak.
So the only way we can save him is to slap a slap patch on him.
A slap patch on a shaman.
Yes. And now he's okay. And now we can talk to this guy and learn a little bit about shamanism and, you know, hey man, you saved my life. My name's Chrome Coyote. That's a pretty cool name right there.
Yeah.
Chrome
no, it
Coyote.
is.
Ask him about magic fetishes and learn all sorts of cool stuff. So,
Wow, your show's on right now.
well, anyway, let's take off. And I believe now we're gonna head over to the Maria Mercurial concert. So how much more time we got on the show, Mark?
About 15 maybe.
15 minutes?
Huh?
That's plenty of time.
Well, it's at 30:48.
Okie dokie. Well, anyway, these got more dudes firing at us. Everybody hates us. Oh well, let's talk to the heavy bouncer. There's no way to get by this monster orc dude unless you have the tickets.
Tickets.
So give him the tickets. And then he says, buddy, go on in. But wait, we have to make some phone calls. So how do you make a phone call, you say? Use the cred stick on the phone.
Red stick.
And let's call up Sassy's place. Jake, you're alive. I heard you died. She got a new boyfriend and everything and stuff. So, that's the end of Sassy. I know, let's call up Glutman. Hey, Glutman, what's happening? I'm afraid my boss is out. I'm sure he didn't have you scheduled anyway. Oh, really? What makes you so sure about that, honey? He's down at the cage. Well, what do you know? We're at the cage. Hot diggity dog. So anyway, there's Glutman right there. Jake, you're still alive. You're crazy, man. You got tech in your head. People want it bad. So anyway, we gotta like go into hiding right now.
Into hiding?
Huh?
We're going into hiding?
We're going into hiding at the car yards. The car yards is a place on the bad side of town where, well, you can hide out in the car yards. So, that's basically, these are them. Let's use the bed and get some rest, you know. Use some karma, don't have any save game. And now we're all rested up and ready to kick some more butt! Shoot him!
Shut it! Shut it!
Well, the only way you can really... Well, go around to these people and talk to them. You might learn some words. So, who knows? Have some fun talking with all the dirty, grungy street people. They're kind of nice. You know, they're all poor, they're all screwed up. You know, pretty much in the same situation as you. Talk to the heavy dude. You can't run, Armitage. Drake wants you. He's gonna kick your butt, dude. Well, Drake is nothing but a big wussy dragon, okay?
Oh, yeah?
Drake is a weenie. And this right here, see this area down here at the bottom of the car yards? This is where you go to rack up your karma and money. This is where you kill people.
Right, shoot him!
Shoot him!
Shoot it!
Shoot him!
Shoot it!
Well, anyway, after you get done shooting all these people, then you get karma. Yay! Hey, everybody, we got karma. Ain't that something else? I tell you, now we can, go rest up, improve our shooting. Hey. And pretty much the only way you can get out of here, see, there's a dude named the King. And the King runs this place, alright? He's a big orc mofo, right? And he can kick anybody's butt. So you either have to pay him off in order to leave, or you have to get pretty good and kick his butt on your own. So, that's my advice to you, the viewers at home. But anyway, let's go, talk to there's a chick right here. Let's talk to this gang member chick and see what she has to say. You must be new to the car yards. News travels fast.
Yeah,
The
especially in
king.
such a small world.
Uh-oh, the king wouldn't like it if he saw me talking to you. Oh no. The king wouldn't like it, man. Well, let's talk to the arena owner. He says, hey you got meats, you got brains, how about the fights? So, anyway, you fight people, you get money, you get karma, that's it. Fight this gang member guy. He's pretty easy, pretty much all you gotta do is shoot him!
Shoot it! Shoot it!
Shoot him!
Fight! Shoot it!
Anyway, so that's pretty much it. Just shoot the guy. That's my best advice.
You're fighting on your chin, man.
Oh yeah. So anyway, good fighter. We like good fight. Here's 300 new yen. That's a lot of money, people. Well, when you're poor like me, I tell you, I ain't got no money. Okay? So anyway, after you're done fighting, go to bed and go rest, Use your newfound karma. Or don't. I don't care. It's all up to you. What you want to do, You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you live in a house made of sandbags or something?
Yep.
Or cars?
So anyway, people, this show is on tape right now. Did you know that? Because right now I'm down at the racetrack filming Rage in the Cage Wrestling. So, I'm on tape right now. That's why I'm not taking phone calls or anything. So. Anyway, talk to the arena owner, fight this heavy dude, kick his butt. Don't you love that name? Hey, it's the heavy dude. Ah! So anyway, we killed the heavy dude. I love saying that. Heavy dude. Good fighter. 700 new yen. We're getting more money. Let's fight this other heavy dude. I will avenge my brother. Yeah, right, buddy. You're going to the grave along with your brother. Okay? Because you suck. And he's dead. Okay? 1,000 new yen. Now we have to fight a mage. Ah, it's a mage. I don't know what makes this mage so special. He's just firing a gun at us. Mages are supposed to have big magical powers, What all this guy's doing is just shooting at us, Well, anyway, kill that guy. You. Yay. 2,000 new yen. I tell you, we're getting rich, people. So anyway, let's fight another mage. And this is a darker mage, so that means he's tougher. Yeah, right. He's going down just like the other one. Shoot him! Shoot it! So anyway, if you start to feel like you're in trouble, use a slap patch. And the way you get a slap patch in this game is, well, there's a little kid over hanging out by the king on the bottom west side of the car yards, right? So you go and talk to the kid, and you ask him about heal. See that little kid right there that we just passed? All you have to do is ask him about heal. And this is the king.
That guy's a king. He's ugly, man.
He's an ugly bass. Turd.
I'll tell you, ugly. Don't begin to describe.
But anyway, it costs 4,000 new yen to get out. I ain't paying off this ugly bass turd for nothing, alright? Because he is just a bad guy. I don't want to pay him. So. And I think the tape might be ending pretty soon.
It might be what?
Ending pretty soon.
Oh, okay.
Right here, in fact. So, people, I'd like to thank you for watching Video Games and More. Tell you to tune in every second and fourth Friday at 5:30 on, what is it? It's channel 663, Cable Ready 55, which is what you should be watching it like. Well, not right now, but because you could be watching it a rerun, because reruns are on every Thursday at 3 o'clock on, what is it, channel 61, Cable Ready 99.
And here we go.
And when you're on the internet, you can check it out live on, what is it, access.tucson.org/ch61.htm Monday at 3 o'clock, right? And that shows a live picture updated every 5 seconds on the show. So
With audio.
when it's on at the appropriate time, though. Doesn't have audio, I don't believe.
Yeah, it does have audio. If you have speakers there at your computer, you got audio.
Cool.
Yeah.
But anyway, so remember, access.tucson.org/ch61.htm, and that's a live updated picture of Channel 61, and I'm on Channel 61 every Thursday at 3 o'clock. Cable Ready 99. So, we all done, Mark?
Just about.
Thank you for watching the show, people. Tune in,
Keep
like,
up.
next time, and I'll have more stuff to show you on video games and news and all the stuff that you tune into Video Games and More for. Right, Mark?
Right.
So, see you later, people.